Now, you may have seen on the previous video about checklists, and on there I did mention about developing work beyond your final image, because these are all just starting points to producing a piece of work. So in there you would have worked up to your final picture, and this is how to go a little bit further really. You can actually go back and do these extra little tasks where you develop a picture, and those are really good things to do. But this is how I've developed this, or I'm planning to develop my final picture. So this is the final picture. This is what it looks like, same picture in my sketchbook, and I want to develop this further. Now lots of students do that, of course. Here's some students just work another picture up and try to improve it. I've got an example here where a student has got a picture, and what they did was they got 4 canvases and stapled them together and broke it up like the Cubists would break up things. So there's no rectangle to the picture. They're actually producing another picture, completely new. It could be different colors, so developing it from their first picture. Likewise, there's somebody who actually to produce their picture by producing the objects and making their actual picture into a 3D object, like a sculpture. Some students use collage. So this is somebody who is going to produce their picture, and what they've done is wallpaper the canvas. Now, luckily on mine there was a large patterned area here on the back, so I think to enlarge to turn this into a collage would be a good thing. So what I've got some wallpapers. So these are 2 examples. You can use anything that you might have at home, some offcuts and things that are left over. And what I've done is wallpapered piece of wood. So you could do it on a canvas. I've done it there on a piece of wood. What I've done is drawn out my picture again. So I've drawn this picture out on a piece of cardboard and I've cut it out. So there's my picture. It's just there's some of this old folder. I've cut this out because I only want I can paint it. I've cut out the bottles. There's some of this name on the back from some of this old folder I've cut out. And then what I'm going to do is rearrange a collage so I can come off the surface of the canvas. Now I was going to put a table in there like this. So the table's going to go in there, and I do have an old pillow that I come across. So what I was going to do is cut this out and make an actual table look like that, and that's going to be a tablecloth on there. And I'm going to develop this picture into a collage. Now in my book, I'm going to perhaps do a little one in my book. What I've done with this, I stuck this on a colour copier and reduced it down. So I might get some thin card and get a bit of this material and have a little mock-up in my sketchbook as well to show that I've had a go at it before producing my big piece. And that is how to develop your work, because it doesn't have to stop just because the project, because you've done all the phases. You can actually do a lot more. You can go back in if you've got a page in your book where you've copied an artist's work and it's not gone so good, so you just stuck one in. You could go back and then rework that and stick the picture over the top to show that you've really looked at the artist's work. And this is how I'm going to develop my piece further.